Hi guys! Welcome to Cup of Teach. For this video, we are going to discuss Operations on Integers, Part 1. Our targets in this video is first, apply the rules in adding or subtracting integers. And the second one, perform the fundamental operations on integers. But before we dig into our lesson, balikan muna natin si absolute value and integers. Give the value of the following. The absolute value of 10. Natatandaan nyo, kapag absolute value, ang sagot ay always positive unless kung merong negative sign sa labas ng absolute value symbol. So the answer here is positive 10. Next, the absolute value of negative 9. Again, the answer is always positive. So our answer here is positive 9. Next, the absolute value of negative 17. The answer will be positive 17. Next, the absolute value of 1. The answer is positive 1. How about the negative absolute value of 6? Since nasa labas ang symbol or ang negative symbol, okay, so the answer will be negative 6. Next, the negative absolute value of negative 5. Again, meron ulit tayong negative sa labas ng absolute value symbol. So the answer will be negative 5. How about the opposite of 24? Okay, so this is a positive number, positive 24. So definitely, ang kanyang opposite ay yung negative 24. Next, the opposite of negative 3. Since negative 3 is a negative number, the opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. Next, the opposite of 1. This is positive 1, and the opposite of positive 1 is negative 1. And lastly, we have this question. What are the possible values of x if the absolute value of x is 18? So remember, there are only two possible values na makapagbibigay ng absolute value na 18, which are positive 18 and negative 18. Ayan, nakapag-review na tayo. So, we are now ready. So, the first operation is the addition of integers. So, this is the symbol for addition, yung plus sign na tinatawag. Now, if we are going to add integers, hahatiin natin ito sa dalawa. So, yung first one is how to add integers with the same sign. So, pag mag-add kayo ng integers with the same sign, you just have to add their absolute values and use the common sign. When you say common sign, kung ano yung pareho sa kanila, if they are both positive ba or both negative. So, you're going to use the common sign in the sum. So, let's have these examples. So, the first one, find the sum of 4 plus 10. So, again, we just have to add their absolute values. Okay? So, first thing that you're going to do is get the absolute values. The absolute value of 4 plus the absolute value of 10. So, the absolute value of 4 is 4. Then, write the plus sign. What's the absolute value of 10? Positive 10. So, 4 plus 10, we will have positive 14 since these two are both positive. Kaya ang ating sum is positive 14. How about pagpareho namang negative? Okay, so let's have Find the sum of negative 4 plus negative 10. As you can see, the negative 10 was enclosed in a parenthesis para hindi kayo malito kung ito ba ay plus sign or minus sign. So, in this case, this sign is the negative sign. Sign siya nung 10 to indicate that it is negative. Now, ulit, ang first thing na gagawin is to add their absolute values. So, we have here the absolute value of negative 4 plus the absolute value of negative 10. So, the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. Copy the add sign or the plus sign. What is the absolute value of negative 10? We have positive 10. So, we're here na. Let's add 4 plus 10. The answer will be positive 14. But, the second rule, use the common sign in the sum. So, ano ba yung common sign natin? Okay, so pareho tayong may negative sign dito. So, therefore, we are going to use the negative sign doon sa ating sum. So, instead of positive 14 ang isusulat mo, ang ilalagay mo ay, okay, negative 14. Kasi parehong negative yung pinag-add mo. Paano naman kung ang i-add natin ay mayroong different signs? To add integers with different signs, subtract their absolute values and use the sign of the integer with greater absolute value in the sum. Let's have these examples. Find the sum of negative 4 plus 10. So the first thing that you're going to do again, subtract their absolute values. Okay, so let's get the absolute values. The absolute value of 10 minus the absolute value of negative 4. Bakit nauna dito si 10? Okay? Kasi si 10 ay may mas malaking absolute value kaysa kay negative 4. Kaya siya ay nasa unahan. So, what is the absolute value of 10? Positive 10. Then, copy C minus. What's the absolute value of negative 4? Positive 4. Tandaan ha, kapag absolute value, laging positive ang sagot. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is use the sign of the integers with the greater absolute value in the sum. Okay? So again, ano yung mas malaking absolute value? Si 10 ba o si negative 4? So, ang mas malaki ay si 10. Ano ba ang sign ni 10 originally? Okay, positive ang sign niya originally. So, ang ating magiging difference is sa 10 minus 4 is 6. And dahil mas malaki si 10 kaysa kay 4, at ang sign ni 10 ay positive, ang ating sum ay positive 6. Let's have another example. Find the sum of 4 plus negative 10. Okay, ulit ang gagawin. First thing, subtract their absolute values. So, the absolute value of negative 10 minus the absolute value of 4. Bakit ulit mas nauna si negative 10? Kasi ang absolute value ni negative 10 is mas malaki kaysa sa absolute value ng isa. Okay, so tingnan natin. The absolute value of negative 10 is positive 10. Then copy yung minus. The absolute value of 4 is positive 4. So 10 minus 4, we will have 6. Next thing that you're going to do is use the sign of the integers with the greater absolute value in the sum. Now, what is bigger, 10 or 4? Siyempre, of course, si 10. Mas malaki si 10. Now, going back to the original question, which is 4 plus negative 10, what is the sign of 10 dito? Ano ang sign ng 10 dito? Negative. Okay, dahil negative si 10 dito sa ating question, ang magiging sign ni 6 ay negative 6. Para mas madali nating matandaan, meron tayong kanta para sa addition of integers. Ang title, Addition of Integers Song. And in the tune of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Sabayan niyo ako kumanta ha. In 3, 2, 1.
Same sign, add and keep, different signs subtract. Keep the sign of bigger number and it will be exact. Same sign, add and keep, different signs subtract. Keep the sign of bigger number and it will be exact.
Ayan, very good. So, yan ang gagawin natin guys para makapag-add tayo ng integers. Let us try to find the sum using the addition of integers song. Okay, the first one, 8 plus 6. They have the same sign. So, pag same sign, anong gagawin according sa song? Same sign, add and keep. So, add the numbers and keep the sign. So, 8 plus 6, we have 14. Since they are both positive, positive yung ating sum. Next, negative 5 plus negative 7. Same sign, add and keep. Add the numbers, then keep the sign. 5 plus 7, we have 12. Since they are both negative, the answer is negative 12. Negative 10 plus negative 1. Same sign, add and keep. Add the numbers, 10 plus 1 is 11. Then keep the negative sign. The answer is negative 11. Next, 2 plus 9. Same sign, add and keep. 2 plus 9 is 11. And they are both positive, so the sign of 11 is also positive. How about this one? They have different sign, negative 4 plus positive 7. According sa song, if different sign, we have to subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number. Okay, let us subtract. 7 minus 4. So, isusubtract nyo na una yung mas mataas yung number. So, 7 minus 4, we will have 3. Pero hindi pa 3 yung final answer. You have to keep the sign of the bigger number. Since 7 is bigger than 4, so, yung sign ni 7 ang susundin natin. 7 is positive, therefore, 3 is positive. Next, 8 plus negative 3. Different sign subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number. So, subtract tayo. 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. Hindi pa 5 ang ating sagot. We have to keep the sign of the bigger number. Since 8 is the bigger number, susundin natin yung sign ni 8, which is positive. Therefore, the answer will be positive 5. Next, 11 plus negative 14. Different signs subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number. So, 14 minus 11 is equal to 3. Again, hindi pa 3 ang final answer. We have to keep the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number is 14. The sign is negative. Therefore, the answer is negative 3. Very good. Last one, we have negative 9 plus 2. Different signs subtract. So, subtract natin. 9 minus 2. We will get 7. 7 is not yet the final answer. We have to keep the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number is 9 and the sign is negative. Therefore, the answer is negative 7. Very good. Now that we are done with addition, let us go to subtraction of integers. And the symbol for subtraction is this minus sign right here. Okay, so how are we going to subtract integers? To subtract integers, remember ko-cha-cha or copy, change, change. Then proceed to addition of integers. Ano itong ko-cha-cha or copy, change, change na ito? So the first thing is copy. Copy the first number. Next, change. Change the subtraction symbol to addition. Then lastly, change. Change the sign of the last number to its opposite. If the number is positive, change it to negative. Or if it's negative, change it to positive. We will be having some examples para mas malinaw. Find the difference of negative 4 minus 10. Okay, so minus na to, subtraction. So kapag subtraction, ang gagawin ay ko-cha-cha. Copy, change, change. So paano ba yung copy, change, change? First things is you have to copy the first number. Negative 4. So copy natin yan, negative 4. Then change. Change the minus sign, gagawin nating plus sign. And then yung cha, which is change also, you have to change this number. So from positive 10, gagawin natin siyang negative 10. And then let's proceed to addition. Okay. So as you can see, they have the same sign. Pareho silang merong negative sign. So kapag same sign, we have to add and keep. So add natin 4 plus 10. We will get negative 14. But since they are both negative, the answer will be negative 14. Okay, negative 14. Yan. Negative 4 minus 10 is equal to negative 14. Let's have another example. What is negative 4 minus negative 10? Subtraction. So, ang gagawin natin ay ko-cha-cha or copy, change, change. Okay, first, copy. Negative 4. So, copy. Next is change. Minus sign, gagawin nating plus sign. Then, change. From negative 10, gagawin nating positive 10. Then, proceed tayo sa addition of integers. So, this number is negative 4. Samantalang this one, yung 10 is a positive number. So, negative tapos positive, they have different signs. So, kung different signs, ano ang gagawin? Subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number. So, let us subtract. 10 minus 4 is equal to 6. What is the sign of the bigger number? Ano yung sign ni 10? It is positive. Therefore, the answer will be positive 6. So, yung sagot natin sa taas is also positive 6. Next, last example. Find the difference of negative 6 minus negative 3. Okay? Ang gagawin ulit, ko-cha-cha. Copy, change, change. Copy, negative 6. Ayan. Change the minus sign to plus sign. And change negative 3, gagawin nating positive 3. And then, after that, proceed to addition. Since they have different sign, we have to subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number. So, subtract. 6 minus 3. The answer is 3. And keep the sign of the bigger number. Since 6 is the bigger number here, we have to keep the negative sign. So the answer, this 3, the answer will be negative 3. So yung answer din sa taas sa tanong is also negative 3. Okay, try natin ito ulit. Find the difference. First one, 8 minus 6. So, ito, kahit hindi na natin gamitan ng ko-cha-cha, kasi mas malaki naman yung kanyang nasa first number. Mas malaki naman to. So, 8 minus 6 is simply positive 2. Next, negative 5 minus negative 7. Okay, ko-cha-cha yan. So, let's have this one. Copy negative 5. Change yung minus sign gagawing plus. Change yung negative 7 magiging positive 7. And then proceed to addition of integers. So since they have different sign, we have to subtract. 7 minus 5 is equal to, very good, 2. And what is the sign of the bigger number? Which is bigger, 5 or 7? Okay, 7. Since 7 is positive, the answer will be positive 2. So, yung sagot natin sa taas is also positive 2. Next, negative 10 minus negative 1. Ko-cha-cha ulit. So, copy, negative 10. Change minus, magiging plus. Change negative 1, magiging positive 1. Then proceed to addition of different signs. So pag addition of different signs, subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number. So 10 minus 1, we will have 9. And what is the sign of the bigger number? Since 10 is the bigger number, the sign is negative. So the answer will be negative 9. Ayan, mali. Negative 9. Should be negative 9. Okay, so yung sagot din sa taas, negative 9. Next, negative 2 minus 9. Copy, change, change. Copy, negative 2. Change minus, gagawing plus. Change positive 9, gagawing negative 9. Then proceed to addition of same sign. So, pag same sign, we have to add and keep. So, 2 plus 9, we will have 11. And since they have both negative numbers, or they have both the negative sign, 11 will be negative. So, the answer is negative 11. So, yun din yung answer sa taas, negative 11. Next, 4 minus 7. Copy, change, change. Copy 4. Change minus to plus. Change positive 7 to negative 7. Then proceed to the addition of different sign. Different sign, subtract. 7 minus 4, we will have 3. Keep the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number here is 7 and the sign is negative. Therefore, yung 3 natin is also negative. So, negative 3. Yun ang ating difference. And lastly, we have 8 minus negative 3. Copy, change, change. Copy 8, change minus to plus, change negative to positive. Then, proceed sa addition of same sign. Add and keep. So, 8 plus 3, we will have 11. Therefore, 8 minus negative 3 is equal to 11. Before we end this video, let's have a recap. To add integers with the same sign, add their absolute values and use the common sign in the sum. To add integers with different sign, subtract their absolute values and use the sign of the larger number for the sum. Or para mas madali, tandaan nyo yung ating addition of integers song. And lastly, to subtract integers, remember cha-cha, or copy, change, change, then proceed to addition of integers. Thank you for watching. That's it for this video. If you learned something here, don't forget to like and subscribe to Cup of Teach. See you on the next lesson. Bye!